Yes, we are live. Finally, the day has come. Welcome, people, everyone watching on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We're on three different platforms today. My name is Daniël Rooseboom, and you may or not know me from I'm a Freestyler. I'm the founder of I'm a Freestyler, and I'm also the head of digital at the WFFA. So today is Freestyle TV. This is actually not the first episode, it's episode 3, but it is our very first live episode. So I'm very excited to be here. And of course, I'm not by myself. I'm with the one and only Pekko from Finland. What's up, man?
All good, thanks. You forgot to mention that you're also a legend.
Well, it's not about us, it's about freestyle. So what is Freestyle TV?
Freestyle TV, it's a wonderful show about this wonderful sport of freestyle football. We're going to show some freestyle clips and discuss freestyle, and it's all twists and it's all beauties.
Yes, and very quickly, I think 99% of everyone knows what freestyle football is, but what is freestyle football? Can you just explain it to us in one or two sentences?
Well, I always say that freestyle football is everything that the regular football or association football is not. But basically, freestyle football is just, or not just, it's tricks with football.
Yes. All right, so back to the show. What can we expect to know? Well, first of all, of course, we're going to discuss everything that's going on right now in freestyle football. We're going to discuss Super Bowl. No problem. Yeah, no problem. It's the first episode, that's how it goes. So we're going to discuss Super Bowl, Red Bull Street Style. We're going to announce something really cool today, a new tournament for the youth. So stay tuned for that. And we're also going to have two very interesting guests, Pekko. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah. The first guest that we're going to introduce is actually very exciting. Not many people, at least here in Europe, know him, but he is the new head of judging for the WFFA. As many of you know, competing and competitions are and have always been very big part of freestyle. And since probably the first ever competition, there's been a lot of discussion about judging and judges. And the Russian Bengo was the first man in this position, and today we're honored to have Julio Cisneros, who's the new appointed head of judging, as our guest. Then in the Blast of the Past section, well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna even
no, don't tell you.
But it's already actually
it's already out. It's out.
Yeah. So in Blast of the Past, well, I'm not gonna tell what the Blast of the Past is about yet, but in Blast of the Past, our special guest is Arseny Klementev from Russia. Ars, a true legend of the sport, lower freestyle beast, if you will.
And if you don't know his name, you know his yellow shorts. I think everybody recognizes him. He's been wearing the same yellow shorts for like 9 years in a row. So yeah. He's a true legend. But we get back to that later. Besides that, what's happening in Finland at the moment? What's happening with Freestyle Finland? Because you're also involved in this.
Yeah. Well, Freestyle Finland, the next thing coming up is Freestyle Finland camp, I think, in a few weeks.
Nice.
It's with the old freestylers, like when we're talking about Freestyle Finland, you might think of Chelku and Roni and Riku and all these kind of people. But unfortunately, really sadly, I have very little news from these guys. But I met Roni not so long ago, and
nice.
I'm hopefully going to train with him next weekend.
But Chelku, I actually saw a little message of him like, "Oh, I'm going to be back sooner than you expect." So I was like, "Oh, he's getting back." But
yeah, Chelku, I love him. Like he's maybe one of the funniest guys I know. But this is not the first time Jelko has posted that something big is coming up, and
Yes.
we're still
Nice.
waiting. But respect
Nice,
to Jelko,
nice.
like amazing lowers.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and
fantastic
he speaks Swedish as well. Actually, speaking about Sweden, we have our national championships coming up, and I just want to give a shout out to PWG. He's the main man behind the organization. He fixed the venue. Actually, he fixed everything. So it's going to be really good. So coming up soon, I think we're going to do a little live stream there as well, because this little episode that we're doing today, it's actually more like a trial test thing. Because now it's really starting. We're going to do a lot of live streams from tournaments and stuff. So yeah, just a little heads up. Swedish championships coming up, and we're going to live stream from there. So yeah, coming up soon. So without further ado, shall we go to our first guest maybe? Or
yeah. So the head of judging from Costa Rica, I've personally talked a bunch with him, and he hasn't been appointed any serious missions yet. But what do you think? We have a little video from Julio, so should we watch that and let the man himself enter the stream?
Yes, I think especially this is more the first part. We're going to talk later a bit more in depth about judging, but the first part is more, who is Julio? Like, who is the guy behind the post on the WFFA when we announced him? So let's roll. Nice.
Welcome to the show, the new head of judging of the WFFA, Julio Cisneros.
Hey guys, how you doing? Everything good?
Good, thanks.
Doing
good,
great,
thanks.
man. Buenos dias.
Excellent.
Or what time is it over there?
Well, it is 10 a.m. We just started today. 10 a.m. correct.
I told you that our stream starts at 12:30 or something, and actually it's 10 o'clock. Oh, what?
I have a good partner here.
Nice.
we're doing some work here for freestyle, so I have Jeff on my back.
Nice.
So, hey, can you ask him to do like putt or backflip catch or something?
Later. Let's first focus on Julio.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Julio, could you tell for the guests who don't know so well, who is Julio Cisneros?
Yeah, that is a good question. I believe. Well, I have a lot of experience in this sport, so I am a passionate guy for freestyle. So I have around 10 years doing freestyle and organization and doing some events each year here in Costa Rica, and also providing some support for Central America and also South America. So just to start from the beginning, I just started practicing freestyle when I was, I believe, maybe 15 years old, yeah, in the college. So I start, and then I continue.
Was it by yourself or?
Yeah, I started by myself, but I was influenced by a pioneer guy here named Kikapol. That's true. So I start watching his videos and also doing some tricks during football because I love football, soccer. And then I will be more interested on freestyle, on the competition, especially for Red Bull Street Side. My first competition for the Red Bull Street Side was in 2010, I believe. I was not a winner, but it was a very good experience for me because I shared with a lot of guys, and then I start doing this. So organizing guys, doing meetings, and then everything started there. Yeah, but
So are
that's
you
me.
the first freestyler in Costa Rica or no? Was there guys
No,
before you?
No, the guy before me, his name is Kikapol. He was the pioneer here. And also we have another old guy, but it's different because he was a little bit with freestyle and also with art. His name is let me see if I remember his name is
Tango.
Tango. Yeah, he's from
Yes,
the 18th or 19th. Yeah.
I know him. I actually saw a documentary about him. He's sitting on the square doing this game with he's doing something different. He's sitting in the park every day. I saw a documentary about this guy.
Yeah, he developed his own game. It's a little bit different, but it's funny. It's funny just for entertainment, the guys and the people on the parks.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes,
So,
and then
No, continue.
And then Kika just started doing this a little bit different. He started with shows and then with competitions, and then he was the big guy here from the beginning. After that, Red Bull Street start not with a Red Bull Street style. They start with the Red Bull Reaction. I remember that was in 2008 or 2007. Latin America was the first place where they implement this event, and then the Red Bull Street style start and born from that. So that was my influence to start on this sport, and then practicing every day and doing these things, and yeah, we are here. After that old long history, we are here.
Nice. It's funny that you mentioned the Red Bull Reaction. Me and Daniel were just today talking about it, and we might go back to Red Bull Reaction later. So you're in Costa Rica with we European people who've been to Super Bowl bunch and all that. It's hard, and for me especially, who has never been in Latin America, but I know the Latin American freestylers. They're sick. How would you describe the scene over there?
The style of sport, or
the freestyle, like the atmosphere in the community in Latin America.
Well, I believe it's a little bit different because in Europe, all is about lower and performance. It's a little bit different. Here, that is not the case. Latin America is more about express yourself, express what the freestyle is for you, and also express your style and your imagination doing tricks, right? We are a very good and close community. We're trying to do this a little bit bigger because the guys here are very passionate. the majority guys of here in Latin America wants always to live of freestyle. That is one thing that we need to change, because freestyle is a very good sport, but we need to practice sport and do other things just to complement this lifestyle, right? That is something different than Europe, right? And also is one of the difficulties that we are experiencing here, because many guys are not understanding that. But I'm trying to change in that, doing this a little bit professional, right? The sport needs to be professional. That is my first thing that I was doing and discussing with the elites around the countries here, because if we continue doing this as a hobby, eventually this will finish, right? Because no one will take this seriously, and then we need to do some changes, right? So one of the things that we are doing here in the community is creating association in each country, because I believe that is the most important thing. We need to make some order on the house to start then sharing with the other guys and the other countries, right? But yeah, the community is a little bit different, right? It's a little bit more sharing guys, and they enjoy it a little bit different, the sport.
Would you say that the fact that you have Central America and South America, would you say that is completely two separate scenes, or does it feel like it's just a Latino community, like in general?
No, that's not the case. I think we feel like the same family. That we are the same family, because the guys here always are trying to traveling around countries and competing in the Latin American competition, and also in the Central America, and also to the Mexican competition, because all we are a family, and that is one of my goals. Always sharing with the guys that we are one community, one continent, right?
Yes, yeah, that's always. I remember in the beginning of the WFFA, it was a little bit tricky for us, because we're like, okay, we're going to start a federation, and federations always think, oh, we have to follow certain guidelines and things, and then we were like, wait, Mexico is actually North America. Then you have Central America, which is officially not even a continent, and then you have South America, and then so it's a bit hard. So we almost had to split them up, like who's going where, and it wasn't that easy, I would say.
Yeah, the most difficult thing here is the distance between countries, and also the difficulty to travel around countries, because here is a little different than Europe. Because if you go Europe, you can travel in train or airplane easily. Here is not the case. We have a lot of problems with some countries. The distance is one of the biggest problems, right? But yeah, that's the thing.
Yes. Cool. By the way, I already see there's quite a few good questions and comments and criticism even coming in, but we take those a little bit later. I think this is not really the time to discuss Red Bull Street Style and things, because we'll have a few different chapters later on. So I think we take those questions there. But there's one thing that I would like to bring up. There's a guy, he calls himself Body Bag, because the people that criticize are always the Netherlands ones. Strange enough. He says freestyle is a good sport, but the main person of judging in Global Federation has newbie level. I think this guy doesn't really understand what your job is, because a lot of the people think that you're actually the main guy judging all the competitions, which is not the same thing as the person choosing the best judges. So maybe, Peggy, you can maybe talk a little bit more about what is actually the job of a judges manager, because I think this is where a lot of the misunderstanding is going, is that people thinking that, the judges manager is judging in every competition as like a head judge, but it's mainly more an administrative job, basically, right?
Yeah, 100%. But I will leave this topic a bit later in the future.
Yeah.
We'll get back to this whole judge. I've been avoiding, like, I'm dying to ask about judging.
You're itching. You want to go into it. Yeah.
Like, I want to go deep down into judging, because, like, I think that whoever is watching this is like, so when are you talking about the judging? But we're not going to go there right yet. You have to stay tuned. because there's going to be blast.
It's the hottest topic since like 15 years.
Yeah. We have the blast from the past before that, but yeah, to get to know you, Julio, better, which the events have you established or put up, and what freestyle events have you went to? Like, have you been to Panther Ball, for example?
Well, okay. My perspective about those events, or if I participate on them.
Both.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, to start with something, so I won my first competition here in Costa Rica 2015. I was a winner. So I have experience on that. So I know who is a winner, and we do, and how we can do a winner, right? So and also I travel around Central America and also Mexico in that year. So and realize that the freestyle is not a thing that you will be doing all life, right? And after that, I think I experienced what all champions experiencing when they are done. Yeah, we get a level and then say what's next, right? For me, the answer to that question was organization. So you need to organize. You need to be to help the growing up the community. That's my mission, right? What's my opinion about competition? Well, for me, is the biggest contest that you can make this possible. So you only can growing up the sport doing competition, professional competition, and one of the most big examples of that is the Panther Ball, because here in America, that event always is hosting around 2,000 guys, maybe. It's a lot of guys doing freestyle. And the first time when I was there, I was very surprised for that. So there was a lot of guys doing freestyle, ladies also, guys from other countries, all together in the Panther Ball, and that was something interesting for me. And then I start doing other things like judging. So after that, I traveled to the Latin America Championship in Bolivia, and my experience there. We will talking about this a little bit more after some minutes. But my experience there with the judging system was terrible, and that's the reason why I started doing some changes. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, you need the bad experience first to
yeah. You
get
need
a
to
different
experience.
perspective. Yeah.
Correct. You need to experience those problems, those error, watch, and then you need to think and say what the guys are doing wrong, what the guys are doing right, and then for me, um, I was this, I don't know, maybe thinking about how we contribute a little bit more for our community and also for sport, because I know that it's hard work to do all these things that WFFA is doing, and also we has a control it. But we need to gain experience from other countries, share with the guys, share experience, and also then we're trying to building something different, right? Something strong, something that we can make this a bigger, right?
Yeah. You told me, I don't remember, some time ago when we were talking, I think it was this Panther Ball case that I don't remember exactly, but maybe I was asking you to tell the story, so that you were there, you saw the judging system or something was like not working, and you said, this is how you should do it. And then eventually they were like, can you do it or something?
Yes. It was not on the first Panther Ball that I were. So I believe was the second one. I was not able to travel there, but I saw the rules and I saw all the competition structure over the web. The first one was okay. But well, some of the system was a little bit confusing. But in the second chance, they just decide to do a very big difference on the judging system. They just decide to change the time limit to put just sets. Okay, just put 3 sets for each one. It doesn't matter how much time we take. So that is something that I was not agreed, because it was a little bit confusing for the guys, and also was not uh, good for them, because one guy will spend more time doing different tricks because they have a lot of experience and also a lot of performance on his body, and they will provide them a little more chance to win every battle, right? So that is something that we saw, and then I say, well, that is not working. That is will not working in the future. And then the other experience was in Latin America Championship 2018 about rules. What I saw that time is that not all the guys know the rules, not all the guys read the rules,
Yes,
and
this is
that is
very
something.
common.
Yeah, that is something that
Unfortunately.
affects.
But let's not go too deep into this yet, because I think more
Yeah.
into the rules and regulation, we take that a little
Mhm.
bit later. So I think it's maybe time for a little break now, Julio, so you can have a little
Yeah,
glass of water. And then
perfect, perfect.
after we're going to talk to Arseny, we come back to you and we go more in depth in what your philosophy is, what we're going to do, what you're going to develop, and all those kind of fun stuff.
Yes, yes, because we have a lot of projects. We had a lot of things to do in the next year, and well, let's talk about this in some minutes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you, Julio. Next up is Blast from the Past. Okay, so Blast of the Past. If you have seen the previous Freestyle TV episodes, we've always talked about some peculiar things that have happened in the past in freestyle. Today, we are talking about this very short period of time in freestyle history. I say modern freestyle football has existed something like 15 years roughly. More, maybe 18 years, something like that. But in 2011 or something, in 2 weeks, 2 guys in Russia broke some records, one after another, and it was just unbelievable. And we're talking about trick called alternative Homi Duzani around the world. I'm gonna play you guys a little clip, and we're gonna talk more after that. Amazing! And here we have
There he is.
record breaker himself. Ars, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
This
just
gives me
smiling,
like
I was smiling watching.
Yeah.
Nice. It's good memories, right?
Yes. You know, actually, you just said it was 2 Russian guys, but not so much people know that actually I was in United States at that moment. That clip is not from Russia.
Oh.
It's from Maryland, United States. Yes, because my grandmother, she lives in America for a long time, and I visited her, and it was, you know, I was maybe 19 years old, but I felt like I was 9 years old because I lived with my grandmother. I didn't need to work that month. I just dedicated myself to freestyle. So it was like, you know, like freestyle camp actually, because I just enjoyed freestyling all the day, like for 25 years in a row. So the result you see.
Yeah, we can tell, man. Fast legs.
But I wanna cover more of the story, because those who started freestyle, let's say 3 years ago, they could never understand.
Yeah.
I had been freestyling 2-3 years at the time, and ahtat, in Finland we say ahtat. How do you say in Sweden?
We don't really say, we say tatve, I think. But the thing is, I always say it in English. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ahtat. We say
ahtat. Yeah, ahtat.
Yeah.
It's for those who don't understand freestyle so much. The tricks that you saw the guys in the video do one after each other, that is ahtat. Anyways. Ahtat was considered maybe 2009, 2010, maybe even.
Difficult.
Pretty difficult trick, right?
Yeah.
And the record, that video was from 2010, was it? I think so. So the record of consecutive ahtats at the start of 2010 was probably something like 3.
4,
right?
probably by score. Yeah,
4. Okay, 4. And that was like outstanding. Yeah. I mean, 4 was the world record. No one else in the world could do 4 ahtat at the time. So then these comes Ars and MP, and you saw the dates on the videos. It was like 2-3 weeks in the summer, and you just kept pushing the limits.
1 week.
Yeah, 1 week, and everyone at that time there was no Instagram, or if there was, I wasn't on it, or no, there was no freestyle whatsoever. Everyone went daily on YouTube, and they were like, "No way, the record has been broken again." So, what can you tell about the time when you were competing against MP?
We hacked, you know, this trick. You know, actually, ahtat, you know, it's a trick which it's hard to say, but I feel it very, very good. It's hard to.
But try to explain.
Say,
what is it with the movement? What is the movement that you like so much? Is it the jumping?
You know, actually, for me, it's just you just jump over the ball. That's all.
Yes.
You just need to jump with 2 feet over the ball. That's all. It's not like a difficult motion. And actually, no, the best thing which I like is that it was super competitive atmosphere. You know, actually,
Yes.
me and P, you know, he took part in Pact now again. It's 13 Pact, and he competed. It's crazy for me. Yes, and we competed in each trick, and actually, I think at that moment I was like in trance mind. I mean, I was completely crazy about this because I lost to MP in Pact competition maybe 1 month before, and like 5 months before, everybody told me in Russia I'm best lower guy in Russia, and now MP became, and for me it was like a big impact. You know, I was like, what the fuck? How it's possible?
You want to take it back?
I need to beat him. Yes. And you know, this trick is just one trick. It's not all freestyle. But for me, it was like a little life. You know, it was actually, yes, I did. You know, it was world record for ahtat, and it was very, very hard. And I did not 5, I did 6, from 4 to 6. And it was in big meeting. I have video, and like 10 guys around me, they were crazy about this because they just see, you know, like world record 4, and I did 6. It was impossible. And then I just realized one training in the United States that I do like 4 or 5 octaves like Hope the World. It was so easy, you know, and I think I realized it, and I truly believed in it, that this trick is nothing like this. And actually the big mistake which a lot of people do during this trick, they do first like straight leg. It looks stylish, but you do like imagine doing Hope the Words with straight legs. Yes, it's very hard. And the same with
Yes.
octave. A lot of people realize that
Ah.
you do it with bended legs. Yes, but octaves they do with straight. And I, the most important thing for me that which I realized, you shouldn't. It's very hard to find a lot of powers to do. Like I did 21 octave later, yes, in 2015, and it's impossible to do. Yes, and it was to be continued in the end of the video, and it's true.
It's always to be continued. Always.
To be continued. Yeah. And actually, the most important thing, you don't need to spend to try to find more powers for combo. You need to find the way how to save powers for each trick. Like Pavlo, he did more than 300. I remember 300 Hope the Words. Now his record is beaten, yes, but I saw that he didn't waste any powers during this trick. So. And NP, why he lost to me? He had much more powers than me, much more. But he, if you watch the video, he spent a lot of powers on each trick. And after like 11, he was exhausted. And I did PS, and it was I didn't get tired. So if you freestyler, try not to like push yourself to do hard moves. Try to find way not to waste any powers. For me, it's the most important thing. Good technique, it doesn't need a lot of powers, just timing. And also I try to breathe out every jump, like like this, and then
I'm wondering how many bloopers did you do with this trick? Because for me, this is one of the scariest tricks there is. Maybe for you, not anymore. But when you were learning it, you must have a lot of bloopers, no?
Oh, sorry, disconnection. Probably repeat, please.
Okay, I said, did you make a lot of bloopers with this move? Bloopers, falling.
Bloopers? No, actually, if I did any bloopers, yes, this trick.
Yes.
No, never. I never. I know I failed a lot of times of probably trick, but octave never. And for me, but I know for people it's scary trick because they do it like they kick the ball high and then jump. Yes.
Yes.
It's
I think he has a little bit of a bad connection at the moment. Maybe we should move on a little bit to the next, or you can still see him.
I'm just dying to hear what is the key
about the bloopers. About the bloopers, yeah. It's a good picture. I like it. He froze a little bit. Okay, maybe we can move on to the next, and maybe if he's still around, we can just go back and he can finish the story.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ars. That was inspiring, and like I'm so excited. I'm like so hyped. I can.
So the question is, Pekko, what's your attack record?
My one.
One. Me. I have also done one, but for me, it's so scary, this trick.
Yeah. Ahmat I've done two, but
I'm disconnected again.
No problem. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's okay. Could you, because I really want to know, what is the secret for unscary octave?
Sorry, so bad connection here. Can you repeat again, please? Because it's like and I can't hear. So
yeah, no worries. So you were saying before it disconnected that there is some key to do ahtat so that it's not scary and you can do many in a row? So what is the key in ahtat?
Me, yes.
Yeah.
Which actually it's not just ahtat, it's for any trick. You should, for example, you should find the technique. It's hard to say, but first time I didn't try. I have a lot of tricks which I can do a lot of the row, because even one trick makes it feels unnatural.
Yes.
Actually, for me, it's the best way. A lot of people say, for example, you're a beginner, you practice around the world with the right foot, for example, and you, for example, did 20, yes, and a lot of people say, okay, now you should do 20 with left foot, but for me, it never worked. I always, improved my not. Of course, you need to improve weak sides, but for me, if you want to be the best freestyler, you should have like average weak sides, but some super strong sides for me. And
Yes.
if you want to do any trick in a row, first you should be sure this trick is for you. Because, for example, I don't know, if I try to do rollers, for example, yes,
Yes.
it's not for me. I remember I practiced like 1 year and did 10 with super bad technique, but I practiced for a long time. And Turlakov near me, he practiced in 1 year, he did, I don't know, maybe 200, yes. And in this, it's, you can't do anything with this. You need to find tricks which is good for you, which you can do, and then improve. And for ahtat, for me, the best thing is to bend your legs firstly, and then not to wait. The biggest mistake for everybody is that they do like they kick the ball very high, and then start. So they do first revolution too late, for me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
If you want to they do it too late. They think that they ball and then they wait and then jump. But if you watch my ahtat record, it's it's very low. A lot of ahtats are very low, and the idea of this trick for me is just do it the same like homie Tulzani. It's the same homie Tulzani, but first revolution is you do just kick and first revolution with another foot. So for me, it's that, and of course this trick is for me. The same like ATVs, for example, or no touch is for me. But I don't know, a lot of tricks like it's not for me. I practiced very, very hard, probably the same hard like ahtat, but I did just 7, and it was with bad style, because this trick is not me. So you should, if you want to be the good freestyler, the best, you should find your strong side and improve it. Like Akim, he started and he did Scala, and he had with basics, and everybody said, "Oh, you should better practice hope the words. Why you practice scat?" And they don't realize if he did scat for like 3 months after he started freestyling, what is hope the words for him? He did like 200 later with no problem, But first he had some strong point. And when I started, for example, for me the hardest thing was to believe that I can be a really good freestyler, and I needed to prove it. And I did when I started, I did 35 around the world after 3 months of training. I think it was very good progress, but I did probably 3 with weak foot, and everybody told me, "Oh, you just one-footed, and you do just one trick." But what I see, I had very good progress in this trick. I believed I'm good in freestyle, yes, in one trick. So I just translated it to another tricks and could improve it. So for me, it's like this. And don't. I think you should listen to your legs and your mind, not to what people say.
Oh, I think
right.
that is a
Yeah.
perfect way of wrapping it up. Listen to your, say it one more time. You have to listen to your body, no? What did you say?
Own legs.
And legs, and not what other people say. I think that's it, man.
Ars, thank
so bad
you.
Connection again.
No worries.
So
This
I
was-
yes, I hope my tips were useful for somebody.
Yes, man. You're a
Absolutely.
legend, man.
this was the best, like, out of the three that has been, the best blast from the past. Very much thank you, Ars. Spasiba.
Thank you.
Actually, we have a very suitable clip to play, and soon we'll be back with Julio, and we're going to talk about judging. So stay tuned, guys.
Давай, давай, давай.
Wow, legendary clip. Do you actually remember this coming out?
Yes, absolutely. I remember it as well as the when the guys were breaking the Achtat records. It was something that so many people had talked about, because alternative elbow was always such a mythical trick, and people were like, when someone does it, they're like, okay, who's going to do the first combo?
Yes.
And when the combo has been done, then the next thing is, okay, so when someone is going to do alt elbow, combo alt elbow, at the time when someone did the first alt elbow, it sounded like ridiculous, the whole idea that someone could do two in a combo.
Yes. It's making the impossible possible, basically.
Yeah, that's what freestyle is about.
Kind of, yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, trick-wise especially. Wow, I'm still like in awe about. I just love hearing like these like inside thoughts from the past, like significant moments in freestyle history.
Yes.
But do you think that we could go into talk a little about judging freestyle?
Yes, I mean, talking about judging in competition is probably the hottest topic since 15 years. I mean, if I go back, Red Bull Freestyle 2008, people said Yusuke should have won. Red Bull Freestyle 2010, people said Kamalio should have won. Red Bull Freestyle 2012, no, nobody said Daniel Denny was going to win. But anyway, you get my point. People always disagree. And when I was beginning my career, whatever that means, I was always thinking this was a problem. But nowadays, I kind of changed my mind, and I think instead of seeing it as a problem, I see it as the beauty of our sport. We can never stop talking about it. Yeah. But it's still important. And although we never make everyone happy, I think judging is still essential in the growing of our art, sport, game, whatever you want to call it, for freestyle football. So yeah, it's super essential. That's why I'm very happy that I was a bit, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit sad when what's his name, Bengal said, oh, I don't have any time anymore, I can't do it anymore. But I'm really happy we find a new guy, and let's test him out a bit. Let's bring him back.
Yeah. Hey
guys,
Julio,
there he is.
I'm back again. Okay, we are ready. We are ready for the conversation about judging, right?
Yes. Did you see the previous chapter?
A little bit, man. It's because I'm here in the middle of other program, because here in Costa Rica we are doing some programs with the students, with the system of secondary system here in Costa Rica. We are doing some competitions for them, And today we have the final. We can say final. It will be a program, a live program, and we are recording with Jeff. We are recording with other guys here with freestyle, and also we are planning some things that I'm in the middle of both things, in this and also with the other program.
No, but it's nice. It's nice. It means you're so you're thinking about freestyle 24/7, right?
Yes.
Almost.
I expend a lot of my time thinking about freestyle and also talking with some guys, and then with organization, and then with other country leads. Always about freestyle, and well, I eat freestyle every day.
Okay, but let's get down in business. So
Yeah,
head of judging, actually, since you took over Bengao, and Bengao was the first one to do it, and Bengao started over basically nothing. So we have decided that, or in the WFFA board has been decided that the head of judging, I should have looked up the criteria, but from now on it's a very demanding mission, right? So not only you have to like pick judges, that is like the easiest part of the whole job, but you have to develop judges and judging and evaluate judging. So you have been in this role now for a month and a half or something. So have you taken any steps into filling up your role as the head of judging?
yes. Well, I believe we have a lot of challenges on this role, because the only thing that we already have for this is just the judge criteria and also the rules. So we only have that, and just we are just applying that on the events, on the competition, right? So, but there is a lot of jobs that we need to do, a lot of projects. On the last month, I just have some contacts with Super Bowl guys, Super Bowl judges, who will be the panel, and deciding who will be the guys there. And also, I was a part of the Red Bull Street Style guys, just managing their work. So basically, we were doing that, and also trying to be sure and confident that everything is working as expected on those events, right? So that is my recent experience. But anyways, I'm just have some projects that we need to develop after those events. Maybe organizing what we'll be doing next year. But yeah, I have different projects. I have a lot of goals to finish. I don't know, for the rest of the year that will be in this position. But the most important thing for me is develop good judges. Yeah, because always I don't know, we have a lot of experience in Latin America and also in Europe and also Red Bull Street side that also some judges are influencing finals and world finals, and the guys are not happy with that. We know that we never could do all happy. So we can do all the people happy about decisions, because well, this is the sport. So someone will think that should we win this guy or this other guy, but for that reason we need to put attention on the judging system and say this is the system, it works or not, it is working or not is working, but we have this system and we need to apply it, right?
Yeah.
But we need to have guys that have the complete knowledge about how to apply this, right? That is my mission. That is why I'm here, and I will do all on my hands to try to do this better, right?
Yeah.
I will not change anything about we have already, but I will try to add more things.
Right. Okay. So you said that you have a lot of goals, and you just mentioned a few of them. But what would you set as your most important goal as head of judging?
Yeah, the most important is create a developed program for judges. So we know that we have a lot of guys always are champions. They are judging the competitions. But sometimes if you're a champion, it doesn't mean that you have all the experience how to judge the competition, right? Because you have your own style, your own point of view about freestyle, but you need to base your knowledge on the system criteria, and they apply this for a competition, right? That is something that is not working now, but we will try to develop a system to form some.
Uh-oh.
Did he freeze?
Something has happened indeed, yeah. Well, don't you worry, guys.
He will be right back.
Yeah, I have something else, something epic to show everyone.
Oh man, memories. Do you remember this clip, Julio, or didn't you see it?
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes, loud and clear.
Perfect. It was a little problem with the network connection. But yeah, the project, yes. Develop guys, develop judges, good judges. That is my main project in this moment. Based on the rules, always based on the rules, based on what we have on the WFFA, and then test this on the competitions. Also, we will try to. Well, we have now the application for the Red Bull Street Side. One of my goals is try to apply this application on the live events, but with a little bit difference, because will be interesting if we can put all the judging criteria on this application just to simplify our works. Avoid to use paper, avoid to use pencils when you are doing this work. You just try to use this in the live events, and then the result will be more easily. Also, always based on the rules, right? That is something more important. I believe we need to work a little bit more on this and try to develop this with the guys that are doing this. But yeah, that is the second project that I have in mind. And the other one will be create the first base of the rules. We have the rules, but we need to face base of the rules of sport. What this means? Well, we need to create maybe with WFFA the structure of the freestyle. What is freestyle? Okay, we will try to create the structure from the beginning, and then for the top tricks, right? Because if you are a judge and you don't know which trick is this and what is the level, you will not able to compare this with the other level guy. So that is something important. That is something that is extract from the community. The community was always asking about this. You know, we have a lot of videos on YouTube and different channels about freestyle and how to start freestyle or how to start freestyling. But officially from the WFFA, we don't have this. So the idea of this is just to create a base of the tricks, put this like a little bit tutorials, but this will be more for judges, because they need to understand what is the difference. Because always some guys are doing and are saying that, well, this is a 3-level trick, this is lower, but how would you compare this with Jordan style, which is more important, which is with more level? That is something that we need to put in the same line, and then the judges will be take their decision based on that, right?
Yeah, this is something I see very much like on social media and also at live events, is that people rate things that they enjoy higher than other stuff they don't enjoy, and also stuff that they're good at. Like, I mean, difficulty should be difficulty, but sometimes people say, for example, that lowers is always harder, or you know, it all depends. So
it depends.
It depends, of course, like what you do and how you do it, and etc., and when you do it. But yeah, this is something I see very often. It's a tricky one to tackle. It's a tricky one to tackle.
Yeah, it's tricky. We have a lot of challenges on this also because the guys who always are training lower, they don't have the same opinion about style, for example. One example of this is the guys from Japan. These guys are very stylish on your freestyle, but the tricks that they did or they are doing are difficult. They do a lot of blocks and are difficult, but some guys are not understanding what difficult is this for them because they are not practicing. Yeah, because I don't know, maybe some uppers, for example. I know a lot of guys that do uppers insane in the world, like Lucky, like one guy from Guatemala is insane. They do a lot of tricks with upper, but how this level we compete with a lower. So we need to put this in a line to analyze and why and say why the level is higher or lower, right?
Yeah.
But I think also when it comes to difficulty, I think that's almost the easiest criteria. I think
Yep.
things as style, flow, things like that are way harder to put, to put points on as you wish. Like for me, that's always the tricky part because, you can't really analyze flow, can you? Or can you? Maybe you can. I can't anyway.
Well, that's the good thing about the actual criteria because we have different points. So,
Yes.
for example, we have control. We can analyze the tricks based on control, based on all around, for example. So that is the good thing about this criteria. And well, I believe what we need to work is in the way that the judges are thinking. That is the thing that we need to change because they are being influencing by other guys in competitions because just think one style is better. That's not true. That's not true for me. We need to analyze different factors during a competition. Yep, and that is the good thing about the actual criteria because all these factors are analyzed and judged on those criteria. So because that's the reason I said previously I will not change this. I will be trying to do it better.
That is, I find that very fascinating because that in any of the competitions that I have ever been, which is rather many, there hasn't been actually so much like what you just said, trying to develop the way judges think. There has been discussion that this is what we should do, but it hasn't really gone into the personal level, right? If I understood correctly, so that is what you're going at, is that the judges are given like some sort of common standard.
Yeah, well, I believe that is the hardest part, because the lower guys always have the opinions about freestyle. I'm saying always about lower because I know it's one of the most difficult styles, but it's not the only one, and we need to think about it. We are a big community, we are a work community, and we have a lot of freestyle styles, right? And we need to be prepared as a judges when you have a lower guy in the competition with a style guy, for example, or with an all-around guy. Yes, I believe one of the most important things that in a competition we are looking for a complete freestyler, right? Not only for a complete lower guy, not only for a complete style guy. The better freestyler will be the guy who can do anything. He could do each trick on the levels and on the styles, right? But well, some guys prefer lower, some guys prefer underground blocks, for example, uppers. But we need to change that thing that the judges are doing, personal influence. We need to avoid that. We need to make them think more about professional guys and think about the sport. not about their own opinion, not think about the sport and which should be the best for the sport and who should be the best for win a battle, right? That's the more tricky of this and the hardest part. But I believe we can do it. It's not a problem.
You know what I think in general, the hardest with judging, I mean, in general, with almost everything in life, but especially with competitions and judging, it's all about communication, because you have the crowd physically there, then you have the crowd online, then you have the players on stage, then you have the organization, which is in this case WFFA or Red Bull or whatever, then you have the judges, and then you have the people kind of behind it in the organization around the tournament. And all these people must understand each other, because if one of those groups is out of sync in terms of understanding what's happening on stage, the way we communicate things on the screen, the scores, the judging, the judges, if any of those is out of sync, then it gets confusing. And I think that's where the real challenge is the communication between all of these different elements. And you have everybody to understand, like have the crowd understand what's difficult. And they also must understand that difficult is good. And also that, you know what I'm trying to say? Like if all these parts are out of sync, then it gets hard to understand who's the best, who's the winner. And that's the hardest, I think, to get everybody on the same level.
That is a hard part because, well, I don't know why, but some guys always want to know what is doing an organization guy. For example, some athletes always are asking why this guy is doing this, or why this, or why not the WFFA is doing world championship in a specific part, or things like that. But they don't understand how difficult it is for WFFA manage, for example, the professional area. And also, in my case, some of the guys doesn't understand how difficult it is to try to understand the community requirements, the sport evolution, for example, and then apply this for rules, right? Many of the guys doesn't understand this, and that is the most important thing that we need to start doing right now, right? We need to put all the people together and try to do a better communication and start doing this and try to do this work, right? But yeah, that is hard part.
Daniel, you forgot about the players in the combo of the audience, judges, the organization, the sponsors, and everything. If I go back
media,
to the,
I also forgot media, because they usually are the part that understand nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, I'm not going to go back, but something that has not been official in freestyle yet, but very much unofficial and very much going on after every competition, is evaluation of judging. And the evaluation has been done in the comment sections of YouTube and Facebook and Instagram videos.
Always.
By the people who were probably not there or were not in playing or anything. But anyways, back to business. What I'm saying is that, Julio, are you going to bring in some evaluation process of judging? Let's say there's a Super Bowl battle, Erland versus Brynjar. Okay, that's a very bad example. Erland, still a bad example. Luka versus
Kosuke.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. The judges choose what they choose, okay? And then the competition goes on, right? But when the competition is over, are you going to do some sort of evaluation, or are you going to have some self-evaluation perhaps for the judges so that they could understand better what they have done? I'm not saying this in a negative way, but I'm saying that, because whenever there's been a competition, the judges have done their jobs and then went to the after party and that's it. never thought about it again,
Yes.
probably. So what do you think about this?
I think definitely will happen. It definitely will happen because the first step to make to try to do this professional is to do these things, right? Because well, sometimes some guys that are judged, they just put they results. I was talking with Jeff. They put the results and then that's it. So they just continue with his lives and then continue with whatever they are doing, and that's it. In this case, not. We will be doing this different because we are trying. That is other thing that I never mentioned. We are trying to create a global team for judge. And one of the requirements of this is we need to evaluate the guys and then see if they are doing their works how we want, right? We want to avoid errors during competition. The live competition have a lot of factors, right? Maybe Erlen and Brynja, for example, are very good guys, but something could happen during that event, and something could happen that brings Brynja the wins or Erlen, for example. But the most important is we need to avoid the judges are influenced to these results, right? And then we need to evaluate them to see if they are doing their work as we expect. I believe that is a good thing, not in the negative way. I believe this provides us experience, and then we will try to apply and do it best, and also provide us a better point of view if we have the correct people for that team, right? People need to understand, and they need to see. We need to see if we have the correct people doing this work, this important work, right? Because I believe this is one of the most important work for the sport during the event.
Yeah. So you said you have you already started creating this
yes.
judging panel?
I already have some guys. I have some names. I'm not started with this because I'm in the middle of competition, right? So we have the Red Bull Street Style Live, and also in some months, in 1 month will be the Super Bowl, right? Yeah. But yeah, I have some guys in my mind, and I'm trying to scout them, right?
Okay.
It's not one important thing. This panel will not only for champions. We will try to have guys that are very experienced in the sport, because champions not always have enough experience. Because you can have a recently guys that could win a competition, but I want experienced guys, right? Guys with enough experience that could provide a lot of things on this team, right?
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Can you give us some hints that what kind of people you're looking for to your judging development group?
Oh no, let me ask another thing. How many Costa Ricans already called you and said, "Hey, Julio, amigo, let me judge Super Bowl"? How many already?
Well, some guys, but not only from Costa Rica, other guys from South America, okay. And also from Central America. It was funny. But yeah, I can say yes. I can say yes to me because I don't have enough experience at the moment. So I can say, yeah, you can go move on and try and work with us. No, so we need to analyze a lot of things. We can do changes, big changes, starting this position. So that is something that I know. We need to sit down, analyze the situation, analyze how the things works, and then we will try to do the decision, try to take the decision and see what will help the sport, because that is my point of view. I will try to do all action that will help the sport and the community. That is my goal, right? Yes. Because I think a lot of guys think that this man always is thinking about himself, and doesn't matter what a community is suffering, or doesn't matter what the community is not doing. No, that's not me. I'm the guy that is involved in the community. I'm from the community, and I will be there always. And I always says I'm an open book. I'm always open for you guys. If you need my help, I'm always open on my social networks. And if you want, I want to say this to all the people that are watching this. If you want to know something about the sport, something about me, if it is possible, I will be happy to help you. Yeah, right.
Perfect, man. This is it, man. This is the community spirit.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well,
I love to talk with the community. So I love to have a guy that is, I don't know, something is doing and saying bad things about the freestyle. And I like to ask these guys, man, what do you think about it this way? So tell me, what is your experience about the freestyle that you are saying these things? And based on that, we create and develop some changes that will help the community, right? That is something important.
amazing,
Perfect.
Julio. I mean, I think we could go on about judging to very, very tiny details, but I suppose you have like some other business with Pagu and guys. Actually, if Pagu is there, can you ask him to do the backflip catch or something? Just kidding. But what you said that you're available for any questions and discussions. So one last thing, just real quick. Do you think that people who are interested in judging or want to become judges, they could like message you that, hey, I would like to judge or help judging, or how does that work?
Well, no, the guys need to understand that we will working in the. I believe my Instagram is not there. It's Julio Cisneros. I will put it in.
Oh, it's a different one. You put the wrong one, Peggy. It's Jul with OU.
Yeah, it's my nickname, my Joe. I love that nickname. Well, let's back. Okay. I believe I lose like the question. Could you repeat again, man?
No, they can just, we post your Instagram on YouTube in the comment section, and then they can contact you there if they want.
Yeah. The guys need to understand something. No one could be a judge. We will have a process to decide to take the decision who will be a judge for finals, right? For events like a Red Bull Street Style, for events like a Super Bowl, like events like a Latin American Championship, for example. It will be a process to be there. It's not just we are pointing with our finger who will be. No, it will be a process. We need to demonstrate that the guy will be here, have enough experience to be a judge, right? The guys need to understand that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, if one guy can write me or send me a message and I start investigation and see who is this guy, well, could work that, but we need to put those guys in a process. Yeah, in a process.
Of course, you're really afraid that 20,000 people will start to message you. That's why. Yeah. All right, man. Well, I think that's it, right, Julio? Thanks so much for being on our show.
Yeah, man. Thank you for your invite. And I'm always happy to share my experience and share what I'm thinking about freestyle. Well, let's continue talking, man. If you have other invite in the future for me, I will be happy to be here.
All right. Speak soon then.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, and goodbye to all the community.
All righty. Well, originally on the schedule, we have two different chapters, Red Bull Street Style and Super Bowl, but I say we do it in one, Peggy. We make it one chapter. Because otherwise, I think people also have different things to do than the 17-hour show, because it's going pretty well, 1.5 hours. Well, that was great, Julio.
Yeah. I'm really confident that he's going to do really good job, and I can't wait that these competitions start and I get to see and feel this whole thing in the process, especially Super Bowl, since I've been in the Super Bowl team almost like forever.
Yes.
Not forever, but almost. And that is like the best possible place to implement new ways to make freestyle better. And that's what has been happening every year in Super Bowl, especially. Like every time we think, what could we make better? And Julio has exactly that attitude that he wants to
he has
make
a good attitude.
better.
He's humble and a real community guy. I like it.
Yeah, me too. But Daniel, I could play you a video. I'm taking a little risk here because this might be from wrong year, but fingers crossed that this is right. Oh,
Go
wait,
for it,
no.
man.
This one is actually 100% right. Let's go.
The show is end. See you in Prague.
Gotta love the accent. See you in Prague.
Yeah. In that video,
Right.
so
That was
many
nice.
Super Bowl memories are like built in one.
Yeah, man.
But okay, Red Bull Street Style or Super Bowl? Which one do you pick first?
I think we can go straight into a little bit of a question I got here from SPM Freestyle. I must say, he's been around the whole stream almost, coming with those questions. So shout out to SPM Freestyle. He said, will there be a time limitation in top 16 of Super Bowl? You're pointing. Good.
Yeah, I'm giving him shout outs.
Shout outs. No, so actually, a lot of people did not seem to notice this, but there wasn't already a time limit last year at Super Bowl. So last year in the top 16, there was no time limit, and we will continue with no time limit. And speaking of time limit, this is a big misunderstanding. I sometimes get the idea that people think that we, and with we, I mean organizations, Super Bowl, Red Bull Street Style, Super Bowl, WFFA, sorry, that we're against no time limit. We're not against no time limit. I think almost everyone loves no time limit. The only problem is that with Red Bull Street Style, we have live TV coverage. And sometimes with live TV coverage, you have commercial breaks, and they need to be exactly on the second right. So no time limit isn't an option because the commercial breaks cannot be planned. And then people say, yeah, BC1 has no time limit. Yeah, that's correct. But BC1 is not on TV, not on live TV. BC1 is huge, but it's not on live TV. It's like it's covered usually afterwards. And if it's live on TV, then it's like streaming channels and things like this. And Red Bull Street Style is usually on 8 o'clock prime TV in many countries. So yeah, that's a little background story behind behind no time limit. Do you like it?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I'm kind of
always honest.
I like the no time limit because it like gives more free vibe, you know?
Yes.
But I do like also the time limit because it builds the anticipation, you know, whenever like in Super Bowls before, like I'm thinking, okay, 1 minute of this total craziness left. And you know how the best players like build up their sets, their rounds. It's usually that they try to finish with the best tricks and exactly when the time runs out.
Yeah, so I think it depends a little on also who it is. The thing is, I think no time limit is great, but players have to get used to it. Because I remember a few years back, the Polish Championship had no time limit. And what did they do? They did a 30-second set. And when they messed it up, they just started again. So they just restarted their round. And I was like, okay, these guys need a little bit of education on how to use no time limit. But I think if you do it 1 year, 2 year, and then on the third year, everybody will understand. And they will end up anyway 27 to 35 seconds anyway. So it's not a big difference. But it's quite funny that some people just keep on going. They're like, again.
Yeah, but isn't there in the no time limit version, I suppose that in some occasions the MC of the competition can basically like if someone is going too long, they can say, okay, switch,
Yeah.
switch.
Yeah, I think there should be somewhere in the schedule time limit. Yeah, but it's a little free. I've never seen it happen personally that someone was trying to go on for 2 minutes. That would be funny, but
yeah. Anyways, about Red Bull Street Style, I think we should cover that real quick. So, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have some quite many actually national winners from the online qualifications in a couple of days, right?
Yeah, exactly. I actually can show you. I don't know if I can share my screen. Can I?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I can.
Like the Iranians didn't they have
crazy?
Didn't they have I saw their top 4. There's Ahmad Reza.
Doesn't work, doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah. So we have a lot of countries coming up. We have Colombia, we have Mexico, we have Poland, we have France, we have Germany, we have Afghanistan. Really cool, new country, Afghanistan. So basically, we saved all the big countries for the end. So I'm super excited.
But I was talking about the June countries that are ongoing now.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
So Iran.
Yeah, we've got the big battle coming up, man.
Pretty interesting. You said that they had who went to the final in Iran?
It's actually semifinals result are not out yet, so I'm not going to say anything. There will be they're probably out today. So, but yeah, no, I can't say anything. The only thing I can say is that there's 4 guys left. You know, we've got Akbari in the semifinals. We got Ahmed Reza. We got Leo Said. So it's a lot of amazing guys. So yeah, I mean, everybody's expecting, of course, the Akbari against Ahmed Reza final. But who knows what's going to happen? We'll find out very soon. But yeah, Iran has been crazy, both in men and women. They have the most amount of competitors so far. Like in the men, they have over 50, and even the women over 20. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And in the the women, they all go to the world scale competition. And I remember last time I saw there was 60. So that means every 3rd participant for the female Red Bull Street Style is from Iran.
Exactly. Yeah, we have at this point, I think we have 72 competitors, and like 20 or 23 are from Iran. So it's really crazy. And it's quite good to explain a little bit about the system, because some people don't really seem to know how Red Bull Street Style works this year. So we have 3 months of qualifications, all the national qualifications. I'm talking men right now. Then we have all the live tournaments. We're going to add them as well. And then from each country, 1 winner goes on to something that we call the battle pools. And the battle pools is basically what you normally would see at the world final as qualifications. Normally the qualifications are at the venue, you know, like the day before the big top 16 final in a country, in this case, Spain. But because of COVID, we want to limit the traveling, you know, people going to Spain. So that's why we only have 16 people physically going to Spain, and the qualifications are online in the app, and we call them battle pools. And what will happen is that we have 16 group of 4 guys. That means that only 1 out of 4 will go to Spain, which is insane. So we have 64 national winners, of course, plus the Super Bowl winner, plus Ireland, because it's the title defender. And they're all going to battle against each other online in the app. That's going to be crazy, you know, because then you can have like group of deaths with like, I don't know, France, Colombia, I don't know, you know, name it, Iran. It's going to be epic. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for the battle pools to start, really, because the national qualifiers, they're nice, but the battle pools, when it's all international, then it's always a bit more interesting.
And also, I mean, the level goes up, so it's going to be more fun.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's the best have gone there, and then we'll see. So July, Red Bull Street Style, France, Colombia, USA,
Mexico.
big countries. Mexico. But there's some live competitions in Sweden. You said that.
Yes.
You have it in
so,
what?
Yeah, we have this
2 weeks or something.
Yeah, no, not even in 2 weeks. It's this Thursday.
Thursday, all right.
It's
But I
this
just saw
Thursday.
PWG.
Three
PWG went to Portugal or something.
I know, but he must be back tomorrow because otherwise he won't be in time.
Yeah, he's going to do a very speedy trip because I was so surprised. Like, I was aware that the champs is coming up, but maybe he went for the final training camp or something.
Yeah, I don't know. He must be back on Wednesday. Otherwise, we have a problem because he's the organizer. So. Yeah. But there's many live tournaments coming up. We have Indonesia coming up, Russia, Kenya. Many others. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. So it's going to be fun. So we end up with 64 players. We all divide them in groups, and then may the best win and go to Spain.
That's right. Finally, Super Bowl, the live competition of all.
Yes.
Last year, which was maybe a surprise to many, it was organized.
Yes.
I couldn't go, unfortunately, but this year I expected to go a bit back to what it used to be. Of course, it won't still be exactly the same, but it should be easier and more free, if you will.
Yeah, I think, for example, there won't be any Japanese because they have the Olympics and they also have the Japanese Championship still going on. It will be still mainly Europeans, maybe some Americans, some others that, foreigners that maybe live in Europe and things like that. I think it will be bigger than last year for sure, but not 450 people like we used to have. But we're getting there.
2019. Yeah, it was actually funny. The clip that we played of Mirko doing the 100 no touches and Oliver Cherek yelling, "Yeah, buddy!" And then you could see that how many people were actually there. It's like not so many, and what it
100, maybe 100, 120, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. And what it has become after is like so crazy. But yeah, I mean, I really can't wait for the season to start. I mean, it started already, but the international season, if you will.
But you feel it's like regular football. You feel the vibe, you feel the cheering, you feel everything, and it's gonna be insane. I'm going. You too, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else in the comments? Let us know if you're going to Super Bowl.
Let us know if you would love to go to Super Bowl.
Yeah, tell us if you would love to go. Oh, we're gonna live stream like this probably every single day from Super Bowl. Different guests, different chats. Because the thing is that it's a bit long. We're talking 1.5, 2 hours. But this is the first time. We still have to learn as well. But now we've got this thing going, and there's no stopping now, right? Shall I give them a little teaser about someone already prepared to have as a guest soon? Oh, you build it up very nice. So I spoke to Luca, and we're going to do a full show with Luca. Luca agreed to do 2 things with us. First, we're going to interview him about his life, about footwork, about his career, about his freestyle, about 4 revs, 3 revs, all the crazy shit he does. And then after, we're going to go to his garage and he's going to train. So we're going to do live training with Luca here on Freestyle TV. You do not want to miss this. It's probably going to happen in 2-3 weeks after the football camps are done.
I think that is very interesting because how interesting was it to hear from Ars how he
his perceives
mind. Yes. His mind and especially the time when he was like pushing the limits, and Luca by all means is doing that at the highest level in the world right now. And we get to hear his thoughts a bit about, how he does all the things that he does. So that will be. I can't even imagine what that will be like, but I'm excited, man.
No, me neither, man. We're not gonna talk so much. We just let him do his shit and see what he comes up with, man. Because the thing is, a lot of
Yes.
people think that, oh, okay, he's very good in video, but you will see that 3 revs, he can do them, and he can do them not all the time, but almost all of the time, like every time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Like some tricks that I could never do are so easy for him that it's stupid.
All right, man. We can talk forever, but I think episode 3 of Freestyle TV, it was a blast, and I think we're done, right?
For sure. It has been a pleasure, Daniel. To sum it up, I've had a great time.
Yes, man. See you next time, and see you in the next episode.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you.
Thank you all the viewers, and have a great evening.
I am a professional.